So welcome to the WEMA Music Conference 2026. My name is Phil Healy and I am your host today. So to access the resources, let's go for this one here, which is the SAT song, the zombie test, active versus passive. Click on that and start assignment. Teacher's assignment. Press the cross and we're into the project. Here's a demonstration of what it might sound like.
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen close. I got a story to tell about a grammar rule straight out of, well, subject, verb, object, keep it clean and tight. The boy kicked the ball. Yeah, that sounds right. The doer does the action, simple and clear, but sometimes the subject disappears in fear. When the object comes first, something's lurking behind, a hidden creature that you gotta find. The cake was eaten, the car was driven. If you add the monsters at the end of the phrase, it's the passive voice, lost in the maze. Now check this out, let's put it to the test. The homework was finished, put it to rest. Who finished it? Was it you, was it me? Add the magic words and you will see. The homework was finished. See, it makes sense. The zombies did the work, but the teacher shouted by zombies. Nah, that's absurd, that's active voice. Keep your eyes open, watch for the zombies. Passive voice. We out, we out, we out, we out, we out.
And if you want the lyrics, we go down to the bottom right hand corner here. It says lyrics notes. Click on there and we can read the lyrics, get the kids to join in. Scroll down, they're all there. For now, let's go to BandLab Sounds because we are going to construct our own song to the vocal background. So if I zoom out a bit, zoom out control, there we go. Start a lasso by holding the mouse there. You can see as I go to the right, it selects them by this little white line around the edge. That's selected the all, and just press delete on the keyboard. They're gone. What we've got left is this.
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen close. I got a story to tell about a grammar rule straight out of, well, subject.
So we're going to go over here to the BandLab Sounds and find our own melodies, beats, bass, effects, and we might even play a synthesizer over the song at the end. We've got thousands and thousands of sounds here, and it can get very confusing, but the best way I think is to go to samples rather than packs, because we're looking for something quite specific. So let's go to filters and look for a beat. We want the loop under the type, which is a sound that goes round and round without stopping. And we want over here under the instrument, let's click beats, 23,000 to choose from. So let's narrow it down. What genre is this track? Well, it's hip hop, so let's try that. Down to 5,673, still a huge amount. What sort of character? Well, this is a zombie song, so let's look for maybe dark. Still 1,000 choices, fantastic. The beats per minute, BPM, let's click on that. And it's 92, so we can just scroll here and say we want a beat between, let's say, 90 and 99, okay, and let's apply that. That's reduced it down to 210 beats now. The key we're looking for up here in the screen, it says C minor, so we're going to click C minor. Although, of course, we're not too worried about that for beats because we don't need any instruments in them. We'll come back to that. So beats, here we go. Let's click on one. Let's try that. Hold down the mouse, left-hand mouse button, and we're going to drag it onto beats and bass on track 4. There you see track 4, beats and bass. And to copy it, we go to this little circle in the corner and we're just going to drag it out. And that's just looping it. So let's see what we got so far by that.
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen closer.
Now then, let's go back to filters. And we don't want beats anymore. We want, let's say, bass. Hip hop still. Dark. Great. Speed. Yes. And this time, this is where this is important. C minor. Let's click on one. Let's try another one. Oh, that sounds much better to me. It's quite zombie-like, quite dark. Let's try it together.
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen closer.
Love it. Okay, let's go back to filters and let's find a melody. So it doesn't actually say melody, we've got to have to find a tune, but let's say we want it on synth. And maybe intense instead of dark this time. So got a few to play with. Interesting, let's try it. Drag it over to melodies here. How do they go together?
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen closer.
Sounds good. Okay, last one we'll do is some effects. So we can just clear the synth. And there's some effects over here. Hip hop, that's the genre. I'm going to clear the intensity, see what we've got. We'll give a bigger choice. Shouldn't matter if it's C minor or not, but let's find out. Let's keep it. Okay, I think that's nice. Let's throw it in. It's a short one, and let's leave it there. Do they go together?
Class is in session. Beware the passive voice. Yo, listen closer. I got it.
Great stuff. Okay, the last thing we're going to look at is a virtual instrument. And if I click on this, it says synth legato saw. Up comes the keyboard. So let's take the mute off. Let's delete that track. And if you look carefully, as over here, we can see we can set the scale. So this might be for SEND children or those that need a little bit of extra help with playing a keyboard. If they're not familiar with it, it's very difficult. So if you notice, I've got a C minor scale, which matches the C minor scale of the song. And we can see here, there's some little red dots. And these are the notes in the scale of C minor. and we can actually play the keyboard with our mouse, or if we look at the notes here or the letters, it says TYU. If I go onto my keyboard, that's the QWERTY keyboard. It means we can use the QWERTY keyboard or we can use the mouse. So let's have a go at playing along with a tune, if you like, improvising, and see how it sounds. Let's rewind and press the record button this time, the little red circle.
I got a story to tell about a grammar rule straight out of, well, subject, verb, object, keep it clean and tight. The boy kicked the ball. Yeah, that sounds right. The doer does the action, simple and clear, but sometimes the subject disappears in fear. When the object comes first, something's lurking behind, a hidden creature that you gotta find. The cake was eaten.
And there you can see what we call a MIDI track with all the notes we played recorded. Double click there. Let's play it.
I got a story to tell about a grammar rule straight out of, well, subject, verb, object, keep it clean and tight. The boy kicked the ball. Yeah, that sounds right.
So that's the start of how we take a backing track or a vocal and add samples, loops, and play the virtual instruments to create a track. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.